Hey, this is Christine, your DIY craftaholic. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and if you are new, welcome to you as well. This is another month of 5 under 5. I will talk a little bit more about that, but let's jump right in. For DIY number 1, I'm using this crate from Dollar Tree, and I am removing the tag, as you can see. I then took the sanding block and I'm sanding it down, just rubbing off the edges because you know some of these boxes are very rough. And I took some Waverly antique wax and some of Dollar Tree's acrylic white paint. And here I am just watering down the wax, and I'm going to be applying that on the inside. And then when that dried, I took the white paint and applied that on the outside. Now, it's the first time I'm using this paint, and I thought I would have gotten a good coverage, but of course I did not. So I resorted to my white acrylic apple barrel paint because that one didn't work for me at all. And I just gave it another coat. And now it's all dried. I took some Mod Podge, and this one is the antique. No, guys, you know me already. I am just using whatever I have. But I liked the effect of this one because it kind of gave it a tan look, which was ideal for me. It wasn't all white. And then I took a piece of this faux leather from Dollar Tree, and I'm trimming down a piece that I need. And I'm just measuring the length to which I want to cut. I folded it in 2 pieces and then folded it again to give me 4 even pieces. I then took some thumbtacks, and these are from Dollar Tree as well, and I'm removing the inside piece because I just need the back piece or the top piece. At first I thought that I should have cut like a broader piece of the leather, but then because of the size of this tray, as you can see, it is not the same size like the inspiration piece. So having this bit of faux leather was good enough. So here I'm using some super glue and a little bead of hot glue to secure that. And then I used the hot glue to glue the thumbtack on. And as you can see, guys, this one was so easy. So easy. No, I already had everything else in my stash. I did not have to purchase anything. But if you had to purchase, then the tray would cost you $1.25 from Dollar Tree. Then the faux leather would be another $25. And I'm sure you can find thumbtack around your house and all the other things. So this would, if you had to buy anything, I would say this would be $2.50. Now this is the 5 under 5 monthly challenge hosted by Missy from Crafty Cove DIY, Emily from Farm Charm Chic, and this month we have JC from Crafting with JC. Now this is a powerhouse team. These ladies are so talented. As all the other ladies on this playlist, you do not want to miss what we have in store. Links to their channels as well as the playlist in the description box below, so you can check those out. Now this is another easy one. Already in my stash was this windmill from Dollar Tree. I purchased this when it was $1. And I just removed the welcome part because I did not want that. This is something I got from Woodpecker's Craft. Just got it. Wasn't sure how I'm gonna use it, but of course, as you can see, it never worked. So I set that aside, and then I took a paint stick and cut off the part that I needed. Used some of the watered down Waverly antique wax and stained that. And then I just measured where I needed to place it. Now, because I needed a slot to rest that little piece in, I took my utility knife and I just carved out the middle. Applied some hot glue and then placed the metal in. And I wasn't sure it was gonna hold up for very long, so I took a piece of craft stick, cut that down, stained it, and here I am placing that on the top. I glued it down and then took a piece of jute cord just to wrap around it, and that is just to hide the imperfections. And then I replaced the chain, and here is the inspiration and mine. Now you let me know what you think. For DIY number 5, this is Big Lots arch window and the greenery wreath, and that's mine, and we're going to make ours for less. So I'm taking one of these arch windows from Dollar Tree that says live, love, laugh. I decided to keep what was there and not remove it, and I got this wreath ring from a friend, and you see how much that cost, $9.95. So I'm going to disassemble that, and then I took my furniture marker and went around the edge. Now it wasn't bright enough, so I'm now going in with the paint pen. That wasn't bright enough either, so I had to use some black paint. And now it's all done and dry. Now that wreath ring I got, somebody gave that to me, so that is free. So here I am just removing the pieces that they used to make this wreath. And I think that is boxwood pick, if I'm not mistaken, or eucalyptus. I think it's eucalyptus. But anyway, so I pulled it apart, and here I am now trying to make my wreath, but it wasn't looking or coming out like it didn't look nice, let's put it that way. So once I got everything assembled, I now took some of this eucalyptus. I got this one from Walmart, and this one is the heavy hard one. So as you can see, I had to pull the wreath apart again because it was too big, and now I'm going over again, remaking that. So now it's all done. And I'm taking these little pieces, assembling them in the middle. And once I had it all placed and assembled, I tied it with the floral wire. And I'm now giving it a haircut because it was too all over the place. So it is all trimmed down and nice. I took a piece of jute cord and I tied it onto the window frame. It still needed a little bit more haircut, so I trimmed that down some more. Then I took the lighter and I'm just burning off the frizz or the fuzzies. Made my finger bow by wrapping that around my finger maybe 2 or 3 times. I think I need to change my scissors. So if you are new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I'm so happy you joined me today. Here on my channel, I do DIYs on a budget, dupes, look for less, and some occasional Dollar Tree shopping hauls and thrift flips. If you love budget-friendly DIYs like these and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing and be sure to hit that notification bell. Hit it again and select all so YouTube notifies you whenever I upload new videos. So now the bow is all done, glued that on, and my little sign is done. I love it. Let me know what you think. Now this one is also very easy. I had this frame. I think I purchased this when it was $1 and I had used it before, so now I'm reusing it. So I don't want to remove the beads and I don't want them get painted, so I took a piece of masking tape and I just wrapped that around. Then I am using some Waverly plaster, watered that down just a little bit, didn't want it too heavy. And then as you can see, I started to apply it to the frame, and then I remembered that because it is so shiny I needed to apply some Mod Podge, so I stopped what I was doing and applied the Mod Podge and then dried it. And then here I am going in again with the paint. Now I had to dry intermittently because if I had continued, the brush would have just removed what I placed on before. So now it's all done. So I'm going over with some Mod Podge, and here you see me using a different Mod Podge. So I applied the Mod Podge, dried it. But if you would like to connect with me outside of YouTube, you can also find my link tree down in my description box below. And then I'm going in now with some wired jute cord. I removed the amount that I needed. I just wrapped that around 2 times. This is some boxwood pick, and I took a piece of flower stem. You don't throw those things out. They are very handy. You can use them to make swags, as you see me using here. So I just put the 2 pieces of boxwood pick on top of the flower stem and use a piece of the floral wire to secure those. And here it is all done. I added some more boxwood pick. Now the inspiration piece did not have a bow, but I decided to add one. So I made another finger bow and added that to the middle. I didn't have a welcome sign. The inspiration piece had a welcome sign. I didn't have one that small. So I took those 2 clothespins and this trussed laser cut word from Dollar Tree. Already had that in my stash. Applied some hot glue and then put the clothespin down, and then I glued on the word on top of that. If you're enjoying the content so far, go ahead and hit that like button. That helps YouTube to promote this video so more viewers like yourself can find my channel. This burlap ribbon is also from Dollar Tree. So before I added the ribbon, I took a piece of cloth and I'm using a little of the Waverly Antique Wax just to give this a rustic look. So I'm applying that to the edges of the frame. You can see, just to dirty it up a little. So here now I am adding the wreath to the frame. Then use some hot glue to hold that down and then took another thumbtack and used that to secure it. It was flapping around too much, so I used some hot glue just to hold down the clothespins on the frame, and now it's done. Guys, let me know what you think about my dupes so far. DIY number 5. Oh, I love this one. I'm taking 3 of these wooden boxes from Dollar Tree, and you have to make sure that they are all level because they're not all equal. Dollar Tree stuff, not all equal. Now I used some Waverly celery and plaster. You're also going to need 4 of these little wooden cubes, a piece of tumbling tower block cut in half, vertical, and 2 wooden beads. And before you even start applying the glue, you have to make sure that you're lining them up according to how they ought to be. I now use the wood glue and I place that on one side. Now I preferred to glue them together before I actually paint. And this is all wood glue. I did not use any hot glue because the hot glue would have left it lumpy and I didn't want that. I wanted the boxes to sit flat. And then I used little Dollar Tree clamps to clamp the middle, and then sanded them down afterwards. Now I left it for about 30 minutes to dry before, and now I am applying the paint. I watered it down a little bit. I also painted the legs, or the cubes that are going to be serving as the legs. And I also painted the drawers. Now this is a stencil that I got from Panda Hall Selected, and the link for that is in my description box as well. So I cut off what I needed and I fuzzed it on a piece of old t-shirt that I cut in scraps. And then I'm taking this brown paint from Apple Barrel, watered that down, and this is a squeegee that I got from Chalky Tour when I purchased some stuff last year, and I'm using a little of the Mod Podge just to go over that, just so I don't get any bleeds when I'm ready to apply the paint. And now here I am applying the paint, making sure that I'm not getting any of it on the outer part where the stencil is. You can also use a sponge dabber for this, but because I wanted more control over the area since it's so small, I used the squeegee. Making sure also that I'm covering all the areas that I need to cover. So I peeled off that one and I'm going to use the same stencil. I turned it the other way. And now I'm applying some Mod Podge here. And then I am going to apply just a little bit of the celery. Now the inspiration piece, theirs looked like a palm leaf that was completely filled up on this side. I'm just using this here just to give it a little variation. And this is where I am going to be putting down the tumbling tower block. I don't want to get any Mod Podge on that area because I'm going to be applying the glue. So I just used a piece of tape to cover that part. And I'm not Mod Podging all of it, I'm just doing the sides. Now guys, you can leave the inside unpainted or you can paint it. I chose to leave mine natural. So here I am just gluing on the cubes that are going to be serving as the legs for it to stand on, using some wood glue as well as a hot glue for immediate hold. And then I'm applying some Mod Podge to seal everything in, or to seal, not everything, to seal the paint because it's the paint only that we're sealing. And now it's all done. I love it so far. So now I'm going to be applying the handle using the wood glue and some hot glue. And that is done. I'm applying some Mod Podge now for sealant. And then I am going to put my knobs on. So these are the wooden beads. I'm just filling the holes with some hot glue. You can use a wood filler or you can use a hot glue, whatever you have that you want to cover the hole. So here I'm using the furniture marker just to cover the hot glue, and then I use a little of the brown paint. And now it's time to assemble this little trinket box. And I love this dupe, so pretty. Now we made it to the final reveal, guys. Oh, I love my home decor dupes that all cost me under $5 each. This is the tray, as simple as it is. This is our trinket box that I just placed some of my jewelry in, as well as my nail polish. Now you can use this in your kitchen for tea. You can use it on your dresser for your jewelry, however you want to use this. You can also give this as a gift. I know Mother's Day is coming up. You can give that as a gift. And here is my Live, Love, Laugh wall hanging. And here is my trust sign. Or theirs had a welcome, mine is trust. Guys, don't forget the playlist down in the description box below, as well as the host channels, Emily, Missy, and JC. And check out all of the amazing crafters on this playlist today. And also let me know which one of these was your favorite. I certainly want to know which one was yours. And guys, I have the First Friday playlist that is going live at 6 p.m. So be sure to watch that one as well. And if you enjoy budget-friendly content like this one and you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and do so before you leave. And to continue watching, I suggest this video right here. And to binge watch some more even while you're doing those chores, I recommend this playlist. And stay safe, guys, until my next one, which is at 6 o'clock. See you then. Bye.